And here we have everyone's favorite situation where Blizzard has done something stupid. And then they're gonna apologize in 2 days and say that that wasn't intentional, while that was 100% intentional, probably at least.
Nothing says inclusivity that more than going into somebody else's language, into somebody else's culture, and then changing it, misspelling everything, and calling them bigots for not being okay with you
Sounds pretty modern day America, yeah.
doing it. Big controversy right now, LATAM player base due to excessive use of forced inclusive language in the Spanish LATAM version of Dragonflight. The translation is
Man, Latin America literally cannot catch a break at this point. They're like the poster childs of America trying to be inclusive and doing stupid shit that they hate. How's it doing, my fellow Latinxes? Ah, man, I'm so sorry. I'm actually not. It's pretty funny, but I would be if I cared enough.
a lot of what you would call grammatical errors or plain and simple fabricated words for the sense of, wait, what? For context of Spanish, there are 3 genders for words, male, female, and neutral.
Yeah, it's like in any reasonable language that exists.
Some words have male and female versions.
Yes.
The male writer in Spanish is El Escritor. And I don't get it. I don't know how to pronounce it. La Escritoria, I don't know how to say that. Teacher, I'm not going to even try to pronounce any more of them. An example of gender neutral word is singer, finalized with the letter E. Okay, so what's the problem? LATAM players have been seeing Dragonflight's enormous amount of words that have been changed from their male and female versions to fabricated
neutral.
words with neutral gender.
Yes. Yes. Yes! This is the Blizzard I predicted that will come out of the ashes after the whole field trip butt plug self Minecraft character deletion incident. After all of that and Blizzard trying to take a new leaf, I predicted this. I knew that this is gonna happen because they went in one direction and now they're course correcting. Not in that direction. In that direction right there. You don't even see it. That's how far of a course correction currently Blizzard is on. So this does make perfect sense for me. And the fact that it's our Latinx friends. Latinx friends that are getting the first taste of this. It makes perfect logical sense. Some magically how I don't know what's with Democrats and you boys, but you probably need to work on that.
What?
Yeah.
For example, the campaign character Celestra, which in English is called Major Domo Celestra, has been translated to Lay Major Dome Celestria, which is incorrect. The correct translation would be El Major Domo Celestria. Please note that the lay and major dome are fabricated words, non-existent in any previous text in the Spanish language. And of course...
Yeah, but even if it's a fabricated... I'm talking to everyone who's not English because... Well, actually to the English because you don't understand language. Even fabricated words can have assigned genders.
It's not approved by the RAE, Real Academia Española, which is an institution dedicated to regularize the correct use of Spanish. What the
I wonder if they approved Latinx.
fuck?
I'm sorry.
The whole Dragonflight expansion is filled with the incorrect uses of language. Hundreds of them have been found by players. Other examples include the quest, Tavon's purpose, which the wording les cent I don't know what that is used. In Spanish, centaurs have male and female versions, and for male, okay.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Centauri is a fabricated word, and this forced inclusivity attempt. Same with Herfane, which is orphan in Spanish.
Orphan inclusivity.
Oh,
what?
I get it. So basically, they're making up new words. They're making up new gender neutral words because they don't want to use male and female gender words. Yeah.
Yes, because everyone, say it with me. Say it with me. Because that is racist. Wait, no, or maybe inclusive. I'm not sure. Insert a buzzword.
Like, is this true or not?
Probably true. Like again,
Like, I
I
have
would
no
expect
idea if this is actually accurate or what. Gender-neutral words do not exist in Spanish. I don't know. It's worth noting that this first inclusive language is only found in the LATAM Spanish version. The European Spanish version was translated correctly. There's a campaign in LATAM to ask Blizzard to correct our version of the game. Dozens of tickets have been created.
It's literally, they're just going after, Blizzard, so everyone at Blizzard is, oh no, our Latinx community, oh no, we need to save them, they probably want everything to be gender neutral. I gotta love it.
But they're disregarded by the support. Most forum posts about the topic are deleted just after being created and giving an option for the player base to create. The vast majority of LATAM players are against the use of this incorrect and forced language into the game. I think we need citation needed here, but I would probably agree that this...
No citation needed. Absolutely no citation required at all.
Is probably true. Most players have opted for playing the game in European Spanish version or English, so they're not forced to see this language aberrations. In LATAM, we have far more important issues to attend to than worrying about some entitled white man emotions.
It's probably white woman emotions, though.
Yeah, I mean, nothing says inclusivity that more than going into somebody else's language, into somebody else's culture, and then changing it, misspelling everything, and calling them bigots for not being okay with you doing it.
I mean, that's what American Democrats have been doing for a very long time at this moment, so I don't know, they kind of got this game playing on lockdown, boy.
Yeah, I definitely fucking agree with this. This is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
What if I just turn on
you know
this
what the
light?
You know what the word for this is? I'm gonna use it. And people aren't gonna like this word, but I'm gonna use it. It's cultural appropriation.
Oh, this is not bad.
Unironically.
I kind of like it, even.
They're unironically culturally appropriating
the
language of another culture.
The reflection.
And then using it to push their fucking agenda against the will of those people.
No one cares, Asmon.
It's insane. As a Mexican, I read something about, and it's nonsense, basically using toads, which is genderless, made-up word instead of todos, which means everyone, or todas, which means all the females. Just nonsense we don't give a fuck about. Well, keep pushing back. And the best way to push back about this kind of stuff
like that's gonna work.
Is by stop playing the game. If you don't like this, just stop playing the game. That is the solution. If this stuff is weird to you, makes you uncomfortable...
Actually, the solution pretty much in this case is just, you know, a bunch of Spanish people start calling Blizzard racist, and with the new course, they literally are gonna start panicking and do anything to do not be called racist. It's actually the easier solution.
You think it's insulting, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I what the fuck do I know about this? But yeah.
The Centaur.
When progressive people in South America use that kind of language, the rest of people find that kind of shit stupid. It's about as Western as you can get. Yeah, exactly. To be honest, losing the LATAM fan base for any IP is brutal because they're usually the most fanatic about it. Well, yeah, I mean, again...
That's actually kind of true,
most companies always try to hide behind inclusiveness and political correctness these days. My theory is that these companies like Blizzard purposely try to cause as much outrage as possible in the hope people forgot that they stole baby milk and bullied a female to death, among other things. I actually...
Bully the female to death, but in a pretty cool way.
Actually, don't really think it's. I don't.
To get the story right, because that was one of Blizzard's kind of better moves, you know. Plus, in reality, we don't actually know if that actually led to it. She was kind of like a depressed person, so you know, maybe a butt plug here and there was a little bit too much, but you know, living. Oh wait, no, she's dead. No living and learning. I
think there's a grand design. I really don't. I think that it's just as simple as Blizzard has hired people that have this agenda, and then the people that work at Blizzard that have this agenda put it into the game. There's not a fucking, you know, it's not like Bobby is like, you know, fucking change the gender now.
Well, Bobby's not, but he literally hired the people who hired all of those people, and those people got hired with that intent in mind. Bobby probably has no idea through, but everyone else does, because that's how Blizzard does things now. It's beautiful. The woke collapse of Blizzard is just exactly everything I always thought it's gonna be. It's funny.
You know, this is like, you know, fucking break the glass. We're gonna change the gender of an important character. Like, I don't really think that's what's happening here. I think what's really happening here is that, you know, you just have people that are hired at the company that have an agenda to push, and then they do it. Like, it's really just that simple. I don't think there's ESG involved or anything.
Why not?
I think it's just individual people that work there that think that.
I love ESG, by the way. ESG is like the new, what do we call it? Conspiracy theory on the block. And the conspiracy theory about ESG is this: that it doesn't exist. That's the conspiracy theory. You literally have the CEO of BlackRock just saying that we're gonna forcefully change how people perceive reality, and they are actually giving these companies money, and people are like, oh, but 10,000 doesn't actually mean anything. Why did you think 10,000? Yes. In a business that doesn't make 10,000 a month, getting an extra free 10,000 for seemingly small things is a huge deal. People are stupid. People think you need like billions to subvert a country. No, you don't. You need correctly placed millions, and it's job done. It's like people who think that to start like riots you need literally tens of thousands of people. So actually, no. You need to be at the right place with the right pissed off people, and then you need provocateurs. This is why provocateurs actually get prison sentences. If anyone is deemed a provocateur, you're getting prison sentence, at least in Europe. Because we understand how easy that is. You know, you don't need thousands to move tens of thousands. You need only a couple of people placed in the right situations and circumstances. Same with this. If Blizzard as a company can get extra money through some kind of arbitrary BS score, it's gonna do it. Every single company is gonna do it that's on the stock exchange. Because they don't fundamentally care, chances are.
I mean, Blizzard, like, how many of the times have we seen, like, different employees or different people that work there pushing stuff like this, pushing different, like, social issues, etc.? I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that there's just a lot of people that work at the company that think this kind of stuff. Like, that's what I would assume.
Well, yeah, that's part of that thing. You hire people that think like that, and then it kind of, like, does the thing.
I think that's the simplest and easiest thing to expect. Still, Blizzard are the ones who hires diversity offers and shit. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, like,
Blizzard has a diversity hirings and diversity officers even, and people are like, oh no, that's not real. There's no point in actually talking about any of this, because it can literally exist right in front of a person, and the fact that they don't want to believe it will make that thing disappear out of their minds, and they're just gonna say, no, that's not real.
The best thing about a free market is that you can never guilt the public and the market into being okay with anything. So if people in wherever in LATAM, I don't know how to even fucking say it, I feel cringe even using.
I mean, charities exist. Charities are kind of based on literally people giving charitable donations. You can definitely guilt people into absolutely anything.
That term because it reminds me of Latinx, you know, and so I don't know like what the right word to use for that group of people. Latin America, I guess. Yeah.
Use Latinx.
If it makes them uncomfortable, they don't like it, then just stop playing the fucking game, right? Stop playing the game. Stop supporting stuff like this. Stop supporting a bunch of white people who have an agenda to push from co-opting your language and then turning it into making fake made up words in order to fit their worldview. Just stop giving them money, and I guarantee you, if you stop giving them money, if enough people do that, this will stop instantaneously. Let's be honest.
No one's gonna stop
things
giving them
Blizzard
money.
chooses to do. Yeah, just keep in mind about all the things that are broken in the game. Hey, when I see people Latinx use with me, it's like, fuck out with that shit. I don't think that anybody, like, I feel like most people, like, and if you're from Latin America, like, let me know. if this is true, but like I bet that if somebody uses Latinx and they're not being weird, you're probably just like, oh, okay.
No.
Like I know what they mean, right?
No.
Like I don't.
No. Latin people hate that. At least Latin Americans. Everyone else laughs about it, but they're pretty much not okay with that. Like, I would say, like, what was it? I don't remember the statistics correctly, but like 4 out of 5 people from Latin America hate being called Latinx because it's completely destructive to their, culture and shit. Wow.
I'm pretty sure it's probably not like triggering to anybody. It's just like, okay.
Probably pretty triggering.
That's kind of what I'm assuming, but I don't know. Latinx is weird. Is it weird?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Again, you don't know anything. Stop talking about things outside of is game good or bad. You're gonna just hit your head.
Weird by default. I've never heard a real person say that. There's like a lot of these things.
Good save though. Good save.
Like, that sounds weird. I don't know. I just usually assume that, like, most people in, like, normal, like, public...
But admittedly, I will say this thing. You may hate Latinx now, my Latinx viewer. But they're gonna keep pushing that shit. And slowly but certainly more people are gonna accept it and accept it. This is not a race. Remember this. This was never a race.
Conversation, just, like, brush that shit off and don't really care. But I've never heard a real person use this word. Like, the only time that, like, you hear a lot of these things used is on the internet. Because, like, normal people don't talk like this. Normal people don't act like this.
AOC also says
it's just like a handful of people that are inside their house all day that, spend time talking to each
other. I mean, I have to say, that's a good save from him. Remember, he started this conversation not even 20 seconds ago. Oh, well, Latinx is probably not even a bad term. Not even that offensive. No one probably can. Oh, Latinx is actually pretty bad. It's probably, like, used by a bunch of weeaboos or something. Good save. Actually, no, seriously, this is actually a commendable save.
Each other and, radicalize each other even further. Latin America, Blizzard's really pushing the agenda to be racist towards us. Well, I don't know if it...
They don't think they're racist.
It's racist. It's just, it's cultural appropriation. Actually, it's disrespectful. I think that's probably the main thing, is it's disrespectful.
I'm pretty sure there's not a lot. Now, I don't know anything about this. Now, I could be wrong on this. But I have the strange suspicion if people from Latin America see other people who are not Latin celebrate their culture and actually take interest in their festivities and things like that, they're not exactly going to instantaneously start yelling racist and hating on those. I kind of have a strange feeling that that's kind of how it goes.
Like, you don't go into somebody else's culture, change all their words, and then be like, yeah, well, we did this because you're bad. No, I think that's really what it is, more than, like, I don't know if racist is the right word. It's just highly disrespectful. It's typical American behavior. It seems like it is, and I apologize. I think these people are fucking ridiculous. It's disrespectful to the culture. Yeah, it's ideological colonization. That's an interesting word to use. Some people in the culture support that too, to be fair. There you go. And, it's just that if enough people don't, then it'll change. It's nothing Blizzard invented. Yeah, maybe you're right. It's Mexican-American. Most people I talk to from Mexico don't even know Latinx exists. Yeah, it's mainly a U.S.
on
social
a basic
media thing.
level, probably,
I don't know,
yeah.
man. Like, I'm far down enough in Texas to where I'm pretty sure this used to actually be Mexico. So there's a lot of people that are Mexican around here, of course. And I've never heard that word used. I have no idea. I'm sure if I went to one of the like really rich white people areas around here, I'd probably hear Latinx a lot more. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Like, this is like my own personal fucking, like, opinion that I have. I think that a lot of the people that use terms like that and act like that,
maybe no,
and they're like constantly like super conscientious about like, using the right terms and saying the right things to people. I think that they're secretly racist. I do. I think that they have some sort of like weird, like hang up with people.
Yes. Very cool.
That have like you know, that are like of that culture or that race, and I think that the reason why I believe that, and this is like kind of again, I don't really have like any evidence for this. It's just like a vibe that I get.
I mean, you can find evidence for this pretty simple. Whenever you see someone being black in America and for some reason not voting for the Democrats or not licking their boots or picking their cotton, they are instantaneously called an Uncle Tom without exception. I mean, it's pretty easy, and guess who's calling them that? Well, usually it's white people. You know, pretty easy example. America. What a place.
It's just that, yeah, they're forming these mental walls to like categorize these people, because whenever they see this person, they're not seeing somebody, you know, I don't know, what's a fucking like Pablo, right? Some like a Mexican name. They're not seeing Pablo. They're seeing, you know, Latinx individual,
yeah.
and they have like all these different
Latinxer.
fucking, you know.
Okay, I'm absolutely done with this video. It's getting off track, and if Asmongold's not talking about games, I don't want to get a brain aneurysm. Anyway, this was Sid saying thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.